before he was ever a Hollywood character, Harry Hyde had a love for speed. His first big break as a NASCAR crew chief came in 1965, and within 5 years, he won the championship with Bobby Isaac. Along the way, Harry earned a reputation as a stickler for details. He was also known to run a pretty tight ship. Would you say Harry Hyde was an intimidating person?
Intimidating. Harry Hyde read a lot of George C. Patton. I think it was George C. Patton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he ran his team like George C. Patton. And if Harry had had a tank, I think he would have driven it to work.
That little index card in that pocket that had the world's smallest writing on it, he lived by that index card, didn't he?
He'd have everything on that card. What cam was in it, what sway bars, tire pressure. Then, at the end of race day, going down the road, he'd have me driving, you know. He'd sit over and take that card out and turn sideways and wrote, driver laid down on me. Tires wasn't no good.
From the aerodynamics to the carburation to every piece on it. There's not many people out there today that can do it all, but he was one of those people.
By 1984, Hyde was running a successful engine shop when newcomer car salesman Rick Hendrick decided to start a race team.
To tell you how bad he wanted to race, Harry said, look, you pay me $500 a week. I will rent you the shop, I'll rent you the tools. And so I probably got into racing cheaper than anybody ever has because I had 5,000 square feet of rented space, 5 full-time employees, my crew chief making $500 a week, and renting all the gears and transmission.
And in fact, he worked for nothing for a while, just as long as team people got paid, and just so he could get the team going.
Without Harry, it wouldn't have happened, pure and simple.
7 races into the season with the money running out, Hyde convinced Hendrick to run one more race.
Jeff Bodine chalked up his very first Winston Cup victory 4.5 seconds ahead of the pack.
That surprising win secured a sponsor for the rest of the year. But by the following season, the cantankerous crew chief had had enough of his Yankee driving. With 10 races to go, Hendrick had to beg them both to stick it out.
So then I got the team together. And so we go in there with the team, and I make my speech, and I let Jeff Bodine go first. And so Jeff gets up and he says, I know we've had some disagreements, but I give Rick my word that we're going to work together. We're going to have a good finish to the year. So Jeff sits down and Harry stands up. So Harry says, well, Bodine, you're a prick and a prima donna, but I love Rick Hendrick more and I hate you. And I thought, whoa, Harry, whoa, this is all the team sitting there. I mean, I had spent 2 hours putting it together and he didn't follow the script, but that was just Harry.
The next season, Hendrick paired Hyde with a flashy and flamboyant IndyCar turned NASCAR driver named Tim Richmond.
Tim didn't know the front from the back, but he had so much great ability that Harry said, this is what I've been looking for. A driver does not want to tell me everything to do with the car.
Here comes Tim Richmond for the checkered flag.
There's Tim Richmond, your winner.
No one's going to touch Tim Richmond. There's the celebration of the Harry Hyde crew.
Hyde has just hugged Tim Richmond.
He loved him like a son after a little while. I mean, you know, he gained that much respect for Tim because he could see Tim really wanted to win.
In 37 races together, the pair won 9 times. But the magic wouldn't last. Just 2 months after his last win, Tim Richmond quit racing. 2 years later, he died of AIDS.
You know, it crushed Harry. I mean, Harry had been for so long so confident in what he could do if he had the right driver and the right equipment. I don't think he ever got over that.
Harry raced a couple more years, earning only 1 win, but his legacy had already been established as one of the most colorful and inventive crew chiefs to ever been the NASCAR rulebook.
We've had a lot of good crew chiefs over the years, excellent crew chiefs, but a lot of them just go by that rule book and this is what you have to do. And Harry would look at it and say, you got to do this and this, but there's an area in here that I know they don't think anybody will do it, but I can do it, and they really don't have me there. And I just think he's very much an innovator.